I'm Jennifer Thompson in Scala Eresos on the island of Lesbos in Greece. And I've met three absolutely lovely ladies from England. And we're having this amazing lunch. And I thought I'll ask them a question, two really important questions. The first one was, can money buy happiness? And the whole purpose of this is to see whether a perspective from England might be different from maybe in another part of the world. So I have with me Julie.
Hello.
And I have Alison and Jane.
Hi.
Okay, so what do you ladies think? Can money buy happiness?
Well, I personally don't believe that money can buy happiness because I believe that happiness comes from within. And if you are not happy within yourself, then how can anything make you happy? Regardless of the amount of money you've got, regardless of the material things you've got, you basically are not happy within, then you cannot recreate that with other things.
So you don't think circumstances at all would impact
I think
your
that
level of happiness?
I think that true happiness is within. I think that having some money to enable you to experience things like this, experience a beautiful lunch and a beautiful weekend, is yes, that can make you happy. Basically, the basis of my being is that you have to be happy inside before you can find any happiness elsewhere.
Money makes life easier. So it makes purchasing material things easier because you have it.
Yes.
But if you're happy, you've got to be happy in here.
So
With yourself. You've
today,
got to be happy with yourself.
Today's happiness for me was getting up, meeting these two guys, walking to the puppy sanctuary, taking the three most delightful pups for a walk.
Well, it's lovely.
Just feeling that love of, the dogs and us as friends, and that was beautiful. Coming back here, sitting, having a coffee, relaxing, heading for the beach, swimming, sunbathing, and then out for lunch. That's happiness. That hasn't cost me. That's cost me the money to get here. Yes, that's cost me the money to get here. But the rest has been free.
Without the financial funds to get on the plane, to pay for the hotel, none of us could be here.
But my sense is, as I'm listening to Julie and Jane talk, my sense, I understand you recognize that to come here, but I also get the sense that you would be doing this wherever you are, at home, even if you never came here. You'd be connecting with people, which gives you joy.
Yes,
I might be doing Sunday lunch. What's today? No, Monday. Yesterday I might be doing Sunday lunch. We might be doing.
I'd go over
we'd come over, we'd go for a walk.
go for a walk through the woods.
A bit more simple pleasures.
Yeah.
At home. We'd probably cook at home, wouldn't we? But I don't know.
And before I put the camera on, I had a little bit of a different perspective, which I thought was invaluable, and from Alison. Could you share that with us, Alison?
Yes, well, I was just speaking from my own personal experience growing up, because I feel that I grew up in circumstances where I didn't have any money, so that does bring its own issues. But a lot of the unhappiness during that time seemed to be attributed to the fact that we didn't have any money. So I grew up really fully believing that to be happy you needed some money.
Or more money.
Yeah.
More money than you have.
Yeah, more money.
More money.
So it motivated me to strive very hard to have a different situation to growing up. And I became very successful, and I had, much more money than when.
Yeah, you were a
growing
dentist.
years.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I experienced what it was like to have a lot more money. And then as time has gone on, and there were a lot of elements of that did make me very happy, because it allowed me to achieve a lot of dreams that I wanted to achieve.
Right.
So I was very happy with that. But as time's gone on reflection, I've thought that really the issues that I experienced growing up weren't really due to a lack of money, and they were due to a lack of love. So I think probably there's a balance. And,
Yeah.
you know, one without the other is not going to make you happy.
No.
So
Yeah.
if you have a lot of love in your life, then maybe money can make you even happier. But you've still got to have that
I
love.
think you still need to have love. I think love is irreplaceable. Like it's,
Yeah.
you know, I find here it's like I think it spills over. I always think love here
is,
spills
yeah.
over.
Yeah.
It touches you. You don't even have to look for it because they're not very reserved. You know, like it spills over. Like the meal,
It's
the
in the
week,
food,
everything.
Yeah.
It's
Oh.
a beautiful place.
And what about you, Jane? A little bit of feedback from you.
Feedback from me.
Yeah, your background,
My background,
your
well-
perspective, because you're quite successful too in what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm a quite a successful gardener, landscape gardener.
Yeah.
So
And sounds
Well-
like you've built a pretty decent business.
yeah, the
Yeah.
business has built up over the years.
Yeah.
And I've worked very hard. But I suppose I was given some money by my brother
Okay.
to pay off my mortgage
Wow.
about 6 years ago, which was fantastic. So that changed my life. That did change my
Yeah.
life. So money for me has made my life easier.
Right.
And it did make me very happy at the time
Yeah.
because I had quite a bit
I think not
mortgage.
having debt is very freeing,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, but over my life, I've had times when I've had more money, I've had less money. I've not had work. I've had work, so I've had more. But I think it's being really with friends, connecting with people, and having sometimes just some simple pleasures
Absolutely.
is totally, what it's all about. Really.
Priceless. Yeah.
Is priceless. Really. And having those the friendship and the love within the friendship.
Absolutely.
You just can't.
That's irreplaceable. I
It's
think
irreplaceable.
it's the basis for life.
And we can only hope that we're going to evolve
Yeah.
into nicer human beings, into nicer people. Whether we have a lot of money, whether we have a little bit of money, whether we have a medium amount of money,
Yeah.
that we can share a little bit
Right.
more. Because people with uber amounts of money, you think to yourself, well, you want to do a bit more, wouldn't you?
They could do more, couldn't they?
I feel they could
Appreciate.
offer.
Absolutely.
We
Absolutely.
always
I'm with you on
discuss
that one.
the lottery win, if I win the lottery.
Yeah.
And we always come down to the same thing. Obviously, you look after yours and your family and make sure everybody's okay, make sure everybody's got a roof over their head. And when we talk about what else we're going to do with this money, and then it's spreading that to people
Absolutely.
that haven't, or setting up something that helps people that haven't.
Yeah.
And that's our basic. I don't know what it is.
But
it's
also, does money, when you have money from unexpected sources, or you've had a bit of a windfall, does that make you more careful?
I don't know.
Because you don't want to lose that money. So you want to invest it and keep the nest egg and not go back to
Not
the
go back to
place
where you were.
where you were when you didn't have the money.
Yeah.
Is that a fear?
That's a lack of fear.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Very interesting.
I don't know.
So money, I don't think money changes people, it just reveals them. Like I
Yeah.
don't really think, it changes them, it reveals who they are.
Yeah.
I don't know if, I'm not convinced money can add a lot to happiness, but I think the lack of money adds stress, which takes away from some of your joy. Like worrying about a mortgage, worrying about things like that. We're blessed, we come from the first world.
Also, our health.
Absolutely.
So
well said.
If you have some health issues,
Yeah.
and everybody, certain people do have different health issues, and I've had a health issue recently. It just makes you realise what is important.
Absolutely. Puts
And
things in
it's-
perspective.
Yeah, and it's just
Yeah.
feeling really healthy. And, definitely.
Yeah, and I think if you've got financial needs, you can also use that to increase your your health.
Absolutely.
Your well-being.
So it does go into so many areas. So it is such a big question.
It's a massive question, isn't it?
Yeah. It's huge,
I guess
Jennifer.
basically it comes down to what people define as happiness. That's the thing, right? Because different things, different.
Yeah.
But I think connecting is the most, for me, one of my basic needs is love. Connecting is so important. And finally, really quickly, can money buy love? What do you think?
Depends what sort of love you want to buy, Jennifer.
I love that. Well, can money? Can money buy love in the sense like?
Absolutely, 100,000 million%
No. Yeah, cannot buy love.
No.
No.
Definitely not.
No.
No, money cannot buy love.
No.
Thank you very much, ladies. That
Thank
was
you.
really good.